Long before Blight Town was a swamp overrun with disease and maddened residents, this area was a peaceful wharf that provided water and fish to the local villages. The water was once clear and far more plentiful, flowing gently through the surrounding area down into the city of Izalith, guided by aqueducts and irrigation canals, providing its people with the element which brings life. However, when the Flame of Chaos was born, a war eventually broke out between Lord Gwyn's faction and Izalith's demons. This area became the target of strategic sabotage. Cut any ordinary city off from their fresh water source, and you can cripple them. But Izalith, of course, was no ordinary city. Lord Gwyn underestimated its people, for with their pyromancy, they found ways of recycling what water they had, their ingenuity not having been lost when most were transformed into demons of chaos. What else could be done? The Silver Knights fought the demons to a standstill, but neither side could claim a definitive victory. Not yet. And so it was that a new form of warfare was discovered, what we would know as germ warfare. Rounding up all the sickly and diseased, Lord Gwyn banished them to the wharf, offering many of them hefty compensation to infiltrate the city of Izalith and spread their ailments. Demons were not immune to illness and disease. Resilient as they are, they were still susceptible. Lordran was well versed in the art of miracles, and many in the practice of soul sorcery. But practical science was a stunted thing, magic and divinity solving problems more readily than research and crude medical experiments. The only one to truly take an interest in such things was Seath, the Pale Drake. Locked away in his library, where he performed such research solely for his own purposes, and not for the benefit of others. Lord Gwyn and his allies knew nothing of bacteria or viruses. They had no knowledge of this microscopic world. Life not as we know it, but life all the same. And all life, no matter how small, can be twisted by chaos. All who were sent into the belly of the beast never returned, not even one. Until...
Worse than undead, we are diseased and unwanted, like the grime of the great swamp.
The forces of chaos had turned the tables on their enemies, utilizing demons with the ability of flight to send the diseased all over Lordran. Whatever sickness was spreading at an incredible rate, soon becoming a pandemic. Those who bore symptoms, no matter how minor, were taken from their homes and executed. Bodies were piled up and burnt. And of course, humans were the ones to suffer most, as they were the least resistant to disease and lacked the powerful miracles available to those in Anor Londo and other great cities. Many were the tragedies caused by what would be named the Blight. So much so that a pact was made. Lord Gwyn had backed the forces of Izalith into the proverbial corner. Batwing demons attempting to leave the city were shot down by great bows. The terrestrial demons were beaten back by the Silver Knights, now burnt black by chaos fire. And in one final heinous act, Lord Gwyn declared the old wharf be used to imprison those afflicted with the Blight, effectively creating a barrier of disease between Izalith and the outside world. Many were mutated by chaos, becoming the disgusting crag spiders, which still bear vestiges of their formerly humanoid shapes. Others retained their forms, but became as beasts. Even some Silver Knights fell to the Blight, their bodies bloated and their minds addled, reducing them to mere barbarians. The lake eventually dried almost completely, becoming a pestilent swamp that spawned unspeakable horrors and was beyond the point of purification, even through the use of miracles and pyromancy. Isn't it ironic, then, that this disease, caused by the Lord of Light, can seemingly be staved off only by the powers of dark?